Before we begin this video, there's one rule you need to understand right away. The first rule of Fight Club is,
you do not talk about Fight Club.
at the beginning, we meet Jack, a man who's been battling severe insomnia for 6 months, having gone years without a proper night's sleep. He complains to his doctor that the condition is killing him, but the doctor bluntly tells him that nobody dies from insomnia. He just needs to get some rest. Jack explained to the doctor that you are not trying to understand my pain. Then doctor said to him, if you really want to know what pain is, then go to a cancer support group once, then you will understand what real pain is. Jack, who already tried everything, he decides to give it a shot. That night, he goes to that cancer support group and meets Bob, a former bodybuilder. Years of steroid abuse and high estrogen levels left Bob's body changed, causing him to grow large breasts. During the meeting, Jack also spots a man in a red jacket who suddenly disappears, a common illusion caused by his sleep losses. In the session, everyone has to choose a partner so that they can share their sorrows with each other. By chance, Jack got paired with Bob. Bob hugs Jack and explained his painful story. This was the first moment in Jack's life when he cried openly. This makes him feel lighter, and when he gets home, he finally falls into a deep sleep. This becomes his new routine. He attends the sessions, cries, and finally gets the rest he so desperately needs. To him, it feels like dying every night and being reborn each morning. Everything changes, though, when a woman named Marla. Marla was a singer and also a mysterious and disorganized woman. Marla shows up at the same groups. She has no illness and is just there for the free coffee and to kill time. Jack sees himself in her because neither of them had any type of cancer and both faking it. Ever since Jack saw Marla there, his ability to cry disappears. His emotions go numb and the insomnia comes back. He sees Marla as a cancer who eating away at his peace. Jack warned her that he knows everything about her, and if she does not leave from here, he will tell everyone about her. Then Marla replied that I also know everything about you, that you are also acting here. They eventually reach a compromise. They made an agreement that Jack would come 3 days in a week and Marla would come 3 days. After this, when Marla was leaving from there, Jack also took her number from her. Now, because of Marla, Jack can only sleep 3 nights a week. Jack works for a major car company where his job is to determine whether it's cheaper to pay off the families of people killed by faulty cars. Jack often travels for these crash investigations by plane, and he frequently wishes his plane would crash, but it never does. One day, he wakes up on a flight and meets a man in a red jacket sitting next to him. The man introduces himself as Tyler Durden. Tyler told him that he is a soap salesman. Jack notices they have identical briefcases. Tyler casually mentions that one can make explosives using common household items, which fascinates Jack. They talk for a while, and then Tyler's gone. When Jack returns home, he finds his apartment destroyed by a mysterious explosion. He became very sad because all his expensive things were burnt, and now he did not even have a house to live in. Then he found a piece of paper on which Marla's number was written. He first considers calling Marla, but then changes his mind and decides to call Tyler instead. At first, Tyler doesn't answer. When Jack going back, suddenly Tyler calls back. Jack doesn't even know why he called him, but he didn't know that this call is about to change his life forever. They meet at a bar and Jack tells Tyler about the fire. Tyler notices Jack obsessing over his lost furniture and appliances. He tells him to let go of material things, that the things we own end up owning us. He argues that people today are more focused on celebrities, magazines, and TV shows than on real problems like starvation or war. He urges Jack to break free from this. When both of them were leaving that bar, then Tyler asks him to hit him really hard. At first, Jack did not understand what Tyler was saying. Then, on Tyler's repeated insistence, Jack finally punched Tyler hard. Tyler punches back, and soon they're in a full-blown fight. Jack feels something release inside him, like years of frustration pouring out. After the fight, they share a beer, and Jack says it was fun. They should keep doing it. Tyler agrees. Since Jack didn't have a home, he went to stay at Tyler's house, where he found Tyler's house in a state of ruins. Tyler lived in an old, broken-down house with no electricity or neighbors. Jack learns more about Tyler's life. Besides selling soap, he holds 2 part-time jobs as a waiter and a projectionist. Jack discovered that Tyler was urinating in the food at the restaurant while the food was being served to customers. He also discovered that while Tyler worked as a projectionist, he would intersperse adult scenes into the family movie. Tyler enjoyed breaking rules and exposing society's lies. Jack, who once couldn't live without a TV, now fully enjoying this life. Every week, they fight. Gradually, after seeing Jack and Tyler doing this, people who earlier thought of them as crazy started joining them. Businessmen, drunkards, everyone wants in. Jack realizes he's no longer alone. One day, Boss notices his injuries and asks questions about that, but Jack avoids answering. Jack dives deeper into this new life. The fights become therapy. Pain makes him feel alive. Now the club became very big. Due to this, Tyler made 2 rules. The first rule of Fight Club is,
You do not talk about Fight Club.
the second rule is, you do not talk about Fight Club. The third rule is, if during the fight anyone wants to refuse us for fight, then the fight will have to be stopped immediately. New members are initially weak but become hardened and strong after a few weeks. Weapons aren't allowed in fight. They also had to cut his hair short. Once it happened that Jack even needs eye surgery after a brutal fight, but still doesn't quit. He completely stops attending the cancer support groups. No more Marla, no more fake sadness. Here, the pain was real. One day, Marla calls Jack and she told him that she's overdosed on sleeping pills and begs him to come help her, but Jack hangs up and goes to sleep. The next morning, he finds Marla at their house. He's shocked. Marla said that it was Jack who went and saved her last night. Jack doesn't remember anything about last night. Marla's angry and confused as Jack was the one who brought her there. Confused, Jack tells her to leave. When Marla left from house, Tyler told her that last night when Jack hung up and went to sleep, he took Marla's call and he was the one who brought Marla home. Jack is frustrated. First she crashed his support groups and now is home. Jack got angry and started thinking that it would have been better if he had not disconnected the call and had gone to see her death. Tyler and Marla grow closer. She gets intimate with Tyler every day. Jack didn't like any of this. Later, Jack gets a call from a detective who tells him the explosion at his apartment was no accident. It was caused by someone who knew how to make bombs by household items. Jack ignores it. Then Tyler comes there and says that today we will make soap for which he needs human fat. Tyler and Jack stealing fat from liposuction clinics to make luxury soap that he sells to rich hotels. Jack realizes how insane it is. They're selling rich women's fat back to them. Now we see that when Jack was working in his office, he gets a call from Marla. She lovingly calls him to her for some help. Jack goes to meet Marla where he helps her, after which Marla gave a kiss to Jack. When Jack leaving from there, then suddenly Bob from the support group shows up. Bob joins the club. He's happier now, reliving his old strength. After a fight, the club owner shows up, angry about them using his basement. He tells everyone to leave the basement, but Tyler refused him, due to which there was a fight between the owner and Tyler. Tyler lets himself get beaten up without resistance, and the owner thought that this is all completely crazy and ends up allowing them to stay. Tyler then assigns everyone homework. Go pick a fight and lose. But Jack realizes people will do anything to avoid a clash. Jack goes to his boss, and he told the boss that if he did not give him 1 year's salary in advance, he would reveal the entire truth about the company to everyone and demands a year's salary. When the boss refuses, Jack beats himself up, making it look like the boss assaulted him. Jack's plan worked, and he gets the money and time he wants, and his boss gets suspended. Now they had funds to expand Fight Club. Tyler forms a secret team called Project Mayhem with strict training and brutal initiation. New recruits must endure days of abuse before joining. Soon, the police and government start noticing their chaos. Tyler kidnaps a city commissioner and forces him to declare there is no such thing as Fight Club. Even the newspapers go quiet. Jack notices Tyler becoming distant. He seems more interested in other girls, which makes Jack angry. Once, when Jack and that girl fought, Jack broke the rules of the Fight Club and beat the girl very badly. One day, Tyler and Jack were going somewhere in a car. Due to some reason, an argument broke out between them. Tyler, who was driving the car, he removed his hands from steering wheel. Jack tried to take control of the steering in fear, but their car crashes off a bridge. When Jack wakes up, Tyler is gone. Marla shows up again, and Jack tells her Tyler isn't home. Then Marla left from there. Later, Bob dies in a police shootout during one of the missions. When Jack arrived there, he saw that Bob was dead, and he got very angry. All the members together gave Bob a new name, Robert Paulson, and started chanting his name rapidly. Because there was a rule of the Fight Club was that if any person dies for Project Mayhem, he will be given a new name. Everyone said that Bob should be eliminated quickly because they didn't want to give any evidence to police so that there's no hindrance in Project Mayhem. Jack had no idea what this Project Mayhem actually was. Jack starts questioning everything. He travels across cities where Tyler had been, but people keep recognizing Jack as Tyler. One man finally confirms it. Jack himself is Tyler Durden.
You're Mr. Durden.
Jack is shocked. He calls Marla and asks if they've ever been intimate. She confirms, calling him Tyler. Then Tyler suddenly arrives there. Tyler explains to him that it was his illness that made him. Jack realizes the truth. He created everything. The bomb, Fight Club, Project Mayhem, he did it all. Tyler was just in his head. Tyler warns Jack that Marla knows too much and must be eliminated. Jack warns Marla and puts her on a bus, and he told her to go away as her life was in danger and she should not tell him where she was going because if Tyler finds out about her, he'll kill her. He then goes to the police, confesses everything, but the officers are also part of Project Mayhem. They try to kill him, but Jack escapes. Finally, he came to the building where Tyler had kept the bomb. Tyler came in front again and tried to stop him, but Jack found the van which had the bomb. It had a lot of wires. Tyler tried to mislead him, but Jack knew that if Tyler knows the right wire, then I also know it. Tyler said that I knew that you will say this, that's why I thought about the wrong wire the whole day. Even after a lot of confusion, Jack cut the right wire and defused the bomb. He also fired bullets at Tyler, but it was just an imagination. Tyler beat Jack a lot, or rather Jack beat himself a lot and beat himself up and made himself unconscious. When he regained consciousness, Jack was tied to a chair. Tyler said to him that why are you trying to stop him? There is no one in these buildings. We are not killing anyone, we are just freeing them. Jack saw that his people were bringing Marla to this building. He knew that Tyler would kill her, and even after this, he was not going to stop here. He realized that Tyler was just playing an illusion. He did not have a gun in his hand. The gun is in my hand. He put the gun on his head and said, "Stop all this right now." Tyler stopped him from doing so, but then Jack shot himself in the face. He did not die from this, but by doing this, he killed Tyler in his mind. When his people came upstairs, they asked Jack who fired the shot here, but Tyler asked everyone to leave from there. Marla saw that a lot of blood was flowing from his mouth. Jack said, "You met me at the most strange and confusing time of my life," and as soon as he said this, there were loud explosions. All the credit card companies were collapsing, which means that in the end, Tyler won. With this story ends here. I hope you like this story. Thank you for watching.